And live. Okay, good. All right, everybody. Good morning out there, everywhere. Taking a look at where we are in the market this morning. We are going to open right around about where we closed yesterday. So there has not been any budging on that overnight in any other markets around the world as we come back to the US for trading, for open market trading. So we'll be starting right where we ended yesterday. And that means the ball's in our court. We have the lead. So that means we could be moving today. Although where we're sitting, I feel like it could be a bit of a doji day. Plus, we have jobs numbers tomorrow that could really move the market. So I feel like it's going to be a low volume doji day. However, based on the fact that we're leading and the rest of the world is waiting, I feel like we could also have a day of movement instead of indecisiveness. If that's the case and we continue down, we definitely will be seeking to break this low here, which is very nearby, and we will probably do it. And even if we were to go up today, I think we probably would do that. So that could be a liquidity grab down there at 262 on the Qs to either potentially move back up and sell over yesterday's highs, or it's not a liquidity grab and we're going to seek to break the low from November 4, about a month and a half ago, 6 weeks ago. I think that's too strong of a move. It would require a catalyst, which usually won't happen when we're waiting for a catalyst, which is tomorrow, but it could happen tomorrow. So considering that tomorrow might be what really is the straw that breaks the camel's back, today we might just doji out. That might be really what we're doing. RJ says Lucy is coming up. Hang on one second. Yep. Okay, Lucy is grinding up. Yep. But it's not really moving in my chart. It's just grinding. But okay, very cool. Back to the market again over here. So that's the situation on the Qs, and then in the SP 500, we're really far from November 4 lows. So I don't think that's going to happen really on that thesis over on S&P 500 at all. And in fact, what I was looking at this morning was that how strong the whole market basically looks, relatively speaking. The Dow is down only 5% off the all-time highs. Industrials are down 4% off all-time highs. Energy is nearly at all-time highs. It's about to break all-time highs. So there's still plenty of this market that's in good shape. And if you'll notice, the last low on the S&P 500 was not much lower than the previous low, whereas previously, yes, it was, but it was not much lower. So I feel the momentum may be slowing down. However, with the new $1.7 trillion omnibus bill injecting money back into the economy, debt spending back into the economy, that is likely to create a lot of inflation. So more inflation over the next 9 months. And I think that's why we're seeing the rates starting to curve back up and start to work their way back to, for instance, on the 30-year to 4%. And we're seeing almost 4.7% on the 1 year. And so when rates go up, they become much more attractive. Bonds become much more attractive than the stock market because you got a guaranteed return of 4 or 5% per year versus who knows what you'll get out of stocks for the next 1, 2, or 3 years. So that sucks money out of the stock market and into the bond market. And that drives rates up even further. And so that's what we're seeing. We're seeing rates. We're seeing bonds move into a rally kind of position. All right. So now back to momentum stock picks this morning. Thanks, man. Uh, and we're looking at Lucy, Lucy, Innovative Eyewear Inc. I don't know. It's pumping $1.62 right now. And if you could build a position in the $1.50s, that seems to be the base. Or if you enter, make sure that if it drops below $1.50, that you get rid of everything. The market just had a little sharp downturn. I don't know how strong that really was. Let's take something's happening. A strong move there from the market right before the open, with only 4 minutes until the open. You never saw these tickers? Yeah, neither have I. Neither have I. Yeah, these are just stocks that you could get a small amount out of today, and they're not for investing. We've got about 3.5 minutes until the market opens. And right before it's opening, it's taking a little dump. 2 minutes chart. Let's take a look at what that is. It is going to make new lows. So looks like we're going to easily break Friday's lows, and perhaps do a bear run. Okay, we've got 3 minutes until the market opens. And an eye on Lucy. Maybe it gets to the point where it tests $2. It's not super exciting, but it has some bullishness still packed in there, and possibly some short interest could drive a short squeeze. I don't know what the short interest percent is on it, or if it's easy to borrow or hard to borrow, or where it's at. You can check on that. Is it none to borrow? I can't quite read that. Is that an N or an H? None to borrow. All right. So it's probably not going to really have for parabolic potential, but you never know. Yeah. Daily chart on it. That's been nothing but a fader. And then whenever it gaps open because of hype, from there, it always fades. So far, that's what we know. Gap opens, push, and then once they're red on the day, they never look back. Do you want to get quick profits out of this? It looks like. Be on your toes. $1.71 now on Lucy. That's breaking over that $1.70 pivot point I was talking about. Momentum early entry trigger. Okay, we got 1 minute till the market opens. You're never going to hear from me, screaming at the top of my lungs, get in, get in, get in. I mean, maybe that happens once a year, but no, you need to make your own decisions. I'm giving you all the intelligent information, and you need to understand how to day trade and decide how you want to tackle what we're looking at. Wait for me to tell you to get in. It's not going to happen. 25 seconds until the market opens. Yeah, almost ding, ding, ding. What's going on in Tesla? It's back to 114. Okay, it's at 110 now. All right, market's open. Let's see what happens with Lucy here. Okay, it's being bought up 175, 176, 77, 76, 77, 76. Can it get over pre-market high of 179? If so, those orders will be very fresh and it could pop. $75. UTRS is fading red. The market is dropping. Still have not necessarily broke 262.40, which is Friday's low, but we most certainly will in just a moment. Oh, there it goes. As a matter of fact, yep, we are plummeting. Next liquidity level is going to be at 259, so this could be a 3-point day on the Qs. And Lucy's back to $1.66. Can't really get it together. Then I think that maybe all she's got. Interesting. Wow, the market with a huge turnaround. So that was a liquidity grab off of Friday's lows. So this means we may be going to yesterday's highs. The market may be bullish now. And what does that look like? It would look like this green candle going all the way up to here. You can do that, or it's going to move to London's highs. Let's see what London's. It's almost already at London's highs. So here it comes. It's just about to pop London's highs. And there it is. It popped London's highs. That's possible. That's all it can do is range between where it just grabbed liquidity and where it just is selling it back now. There is the possibility that this is the range today and this is the candle and we'll doji from here. Otherwise, we may go all the way up to yesterday's highs. Look at her go. Yeah, Lucy's fading. It's at $1.58 now. Depending on where you got in, you might want to cut that. What about Cala? Cala's coming up. Yes, Cala's coming up. Dollar, 680 rather, is a pivot break that makes it worthwhile, and it's already at 687. So it's looking good on Cala for possible trade. You definitely risk it uh, to probably exit at 620, so about 60 cents. And it's at 704 now, 708. All right, it's moving. 712, 714, 723. That's a new high. Kala, Kala. I'll be pretty aggressive about taking profits on that just because all it's done is ranged. It's halting up. All right, good. Well, just let it go into the first halt then. Take a tiny bit. Chuck 5% out. Halted. All right. And how did you know that, RJ? Because it doesn't really show halts very well in Thinkorswim. Are you watching it on another system? Trading from Weeble. I can see the ladder orders. Yeah. Start sticking. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep. Nope. For sure. All right. So we're halted on Kala at 723. All right. Good job. So how much you up? RJ. You were already almost 2/3 of the way back up yesterday's candle. And I'll bet that the Dow is very green. Let's take a look. Yep, the Dow is fully bullish. This is why I do not think the market really is ever going to go back into a big red down leg. Because you know, people who chart the S&P 500 may say that, but if you take a look at all the other markets, all the other sectors, and everything going on out there, it doesn't quite look like it. We'd have to have a real strong resurgence of inflation. At this moment, I don't think that's going to be here because we've only just now injected 1.7 trillion uh, into the economy, and it's going to take months, maybe even years, to trickle out, and then, so that inflation effect will be felt for probably a year or two. And so maybe that will cause rates to go up to the point where uh, it depresses the stock market. That's going to happen for, oh, 3 months, 2 or 3 months minimum. And we might have rallied out of the hole by then. Pullback will not be another a new low in the market. Dondrell says, is he right in saying that there hasn't been any halts lately? Yeah, the last four or I'd say trading sessions, the momentum tickers have slowed down. Absolutely. I think RJ and everyone else who's following every day all the tickers we go after would say that as well. I'm absolutely feeling that. Yeah. We've got, one maybe here, and that didn't even work out. And so Kala is moving. Okay, great. But when you get these beautiful uptrending charts, pre-market, and there's more than one of them, and they're over 50%, sometimes 100% gain. We haven't got that for several days. Yeah. So it's fairly dead. And let's see what the projected volume is end of day today. Going to be projected volume is 11% lower than average. Continues to be a low volume week. And the way the market is trading today is a Faguzi type of move. It can really do anything by going back up like that. it's a nothing move. It doesn't progress the downward thesis, and it doesn't break any pivot to reverse the downward thesis or even a sideways thesis into an up thesis. So today is just a nothing day, and this whole week could end up being like that. Do I think it's a good time to invest for long term? No. The good time to invest long term will be after it's obvious that it's a good time to invest long term. In other words, you don't have to guess beforehand. You don't have to guess in the exact moment. You can instead see that the good time to invest long term has occurred, and that will be the good time to invest long term. Cala is open. I'm going to explain that a little bit more in just a moment. Cala is open and hit 775. Good. Remember to be pretty aggressive with your exits on it. It cannot be too trusted. Let me take a look at the daily chart on it. It really hasn't had it hasn't really had a gap open green day. Never has. But it also has not had much wick, gap open wick days either. So this could be real. It could keep going. There it goes, hit 8.33. I think we're going into a halt again on Cala. Oh, pulled back to 813, 833, 834. Sitting on 834 from a 650 pre-market base. Did anybody get that pre-market base at 650 on Cala? We talked about it all morning. You could have built a position right there on this 650 base. And now you're sitting at 834. 834 divided by 650. That's 28% gains. Yeah, it's okay to be late on the base, build a position. I'm waiting for some funds to settle. Otherwise, I would have got in it for sure, even before we went live. I liked the base on Lucy, and I liked the base on Cala. Those were the only two real decent. Only thing is I didn't think Cala would do anything. But, you know, it looked low risk. Tesla hitting 116, the market moving up more, I imagine. It's going to hunt for yesterday's highs, which is 267 roughly on the Qs. Cala hitting 840 now. 843, 846. Switch over to the 10-second chart and you get a much better feel for that it's topping, RJ. See that? I'd be significantly concerned. If you're on the 1 minute chart, you don't really see that. It just looks like, oh, I'll keep holding. 10-second chart, we're having problems. I'd be almost all out actually here. And well, I mean, there's not really a whole heck of a lot of reason why, but I'd be definitely on the defensive. Would have want to be sure that I've taken a good profit out of this. Here it goes. Got bought up off of that little pullback. Good. Excellent. I mean, there's going to be, I mean, this is all FOMO, so it's got that going for it. It's got no short squeeze ability and no short ability, as there's none to borrow. There it goes, 870, 880, 890. Right, so I had no problem coming out of there. I think that longs might be piling on. Momentum traders maybe coming funneling into this. I think that it's not necessarily the greatest move to do so, because now you have all these momentum traders ready to dump at any time. Looking back at everything else, market is topping at the moment. Hey, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Appreciate you. Long time listener, he says. Love it. So, Kala is the hot stock of the day. RJ got it. You know, how can you be like RJ? You know, RJ always catching these. How can you be like RJ? Well, you have to think about that. You have to think about that. You know, what was it that prevented you from getting in while RJ got in? Are you hesitant because you're insecure, unsure of your skills? Is it, you know, you just can't quite trust yourself? Have you been burned too many times before? Because the only way to make money is to risk making it. So it takes risks to get reward. So you'll never make anything if you don't try. But that doesn't mean you just blindly try. You definitely need to rest on your skills and get that education in first. So you know, you really want to feel like you absolutely know everything you want to do at every turn and point. You want to feel confident that you're ready to trade real money when it's time to trade real money. And up to that point, just go ahead and practice using paper trading simulation accounts. Yep, RJ says you got to get in the ring. You're not going to win anything if you can't get in the ring. If you're too scared to get in the ring. Yeah. Well, you know, it doesn't come just down to that expression. Scared money don't make money. You know, it doesn't just come down to that expression. I would say that if you're scared, be paper trading. Get to the point where you feel so confident that you're not scared. And that's when you go real money. I would say if you're scared, then you probably still have things to learn and you're worried about, well, what about this situation, which I frequently see and I have no fucking idea what I'm going to do. That's what your brain is telling you. And so you need to be paper trading until you get all those wrinkles out. And so, yeah, scared money doesn't make money, but I don't think you need to be. Uh, I don't think that saying encapsulates how you need to be to make money. In other words, couldn't tell somebody who's scared, hey, scared money doesn't make money, and then tell them to just fucking do it. They're going to lose their money and they're going to lose their ass. That's what I mean. I mean, take the fact that you're scared as a sign that you need to continue to practice with paper trading. No, I did not, and but some of our members got into the position, and it's so interesting when you're examining as momentum trader signs that you can. Right now we have weak volume pullbacks, but it is making significant decline. It's gone from $9 to almost 8.50. Possible RJ's not even in it anymore, but I think maybe he has 10 shares left. I think he has a very small amount left. I'm guessing an insignificant amount. And he's going to make an extra $17 by the end of this, and then he's out. I was exactly right, RJ said. I know my RJ. But so look at it this way, you guys, as we're reading the momentum. Last time we had short. Where is this not drawing? There we go. We had short base, then we had long base, and now we don't even have a flat base. Now we have consolidation is pulling back, so everything's tilting over. You see the amount of bear time, small, medium, getting more bearish. Eventually it's going to be enough to crack a prior pivot point, and then a consolidation will happen to the up in the up direction, and you won't realize it, but that grinding up is actually a pullback in a downtrend, and it's over. So the momentum is tilting over. Yeah, look at those signs. Look for weakening or strengthening, in any way that you can. So it might have another leg in it, we'll see, but it seems to be on the waning side. MACD, I don't think I have it. No, I don't have it on this particular stock. RSI on another screen. Yeah, the market's moved into an equilibrium state just now. Has the rest of the day to move around. All right, you guys, I'm gonna have some breakfast. Let's move back into the group and keep an eye on Kala. Back to the Discord. Everybody, if you'd like to check out our Discord, please click the link in my bio and come on and check it out. It's free to check out. All right, have a good one, everybody, and let's see what we can do from the Discord. Bet you lost 90. On Lucy. Okay, no biggie. Oh, that's good, Ben. Yeah, small loss is good. Small loss is professional. Well controlled. Good stuff. I bet in the old days you would have lost half of your ass on that one. All right. Yeah. So that's a really good thing. You're doing great. Time to reprimand that coach.